Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is Althea Hearst, and I am a top producing agent here in the DC, Maryland, and Virginia area with Arla Real Estate, lead partner of Lux Alliance, over 600 homes sold, over 100 million sold in sales volume, and I'm also your agent coach. So in this video specifically, I am talking to my real estate agents, you guys. And I do this because I know what it feels like to be an agent, to feel lonely in the business and try to figure it all out, to feel defeated, discouraged, dismayed, and frustrated, all the things, right? So today, you guys, we're going to be talking about my top 10 extension tips for new realtors. Got my book out, you guys. My top 10 extension tips for new realtors, okay? So my very first tip for you guys, y'all know I jump right to the point, okay? I'm selling houses. I don't have time to do all of the extra stuff. But here we go. My top number one tip is to get a coach or mentor. If you hire me or you hire someone else or you use somebody within your brokerage, get a coach or mentor. The last thing that you want to do is try to navigate this business by yourself. Whatever coach or mentor that you are utilizing, make sure that you check their credentials and see that they have experience, volume, and clientele, that they can actually help you facilitate these transactions. Understand that when you get inside of a real estate transaction, you guys, literally every transaction is going to be different. None of them will mirror each other. So with that being said, it's always important that you are prepared or have someone behind you that can prepare you for what comes next, okay? Tip number 2, don't take it personally if another agent tells you no, all right? I think this is very important because even when I first got started in real estate, you guys, it took me 1 year to make my very first sale. And with that happening, I remember asking a lot of agents for help and assistance, and I would honestly be upset and feel discouraged and even be mad and angry with agents when they wouldn't respond back to me, where they would say, hey, no, I'm sorry, I can't help you. And I just didn't understand why. But now that I'm a producing agent, sometimes I realize that, hey, it's not personal, because I'll be honest and say that there are agents that have reached out to me and I may not have gotten back to them. And it wasn't because I didn't want to help, but it's honestly because I didn't have the capacity. Maybe that day I had 10 contracts going, a team that I had to work with, I had fires to put out, and I honestly just didn't have the capacity to answer another question or the capacity to pour into someone because I was empty. So if you reach out to somebody and they tell you no or they don't respond, you guys, especially if you're reaching out to a producing agent, do not take it personal, because they probably likely don't mean no harm by it, and there's a great possibility that they may never have even seen your communication, okay? Tip number 3, you guys, start your systems now. You guys know I'm a systems guru. I love systems. I love everything about it. I geek out on systems. I fangirl on systems, whichever word you all use these days. I do that on systems, right? And one thing that I wish I would have known coming into the business as a new agent is systems. I did not build out my systems to truly run my business like an oiled machine until I started having business. When I say that, meaning I had already closed probably around about 75 deals before I actually put systems into place. That's my biggest regret in this business. Had I known how to put my systems in place up front, I probably could have doubled that amount of sales, all right? So if you don't have a lot of time on your hand right now and you're still in a phase where you're trying to soak in everything because you're that sponge, go ahead and start on your systems now, okay? Tip number 4, have some patience with your process, you guys. I think one of the biggest misconceptions as it relates to being a realtor is that, one, it looks fun online. Everyone sees us having a great time, showing the houses. We're seeing all these big, beautiful homes. It's driving an emotion that's making you say, oh my gosh, I want to do this. And now it has released a euphoria within you and you want to go get your license. But you didn't understand all that happens on the back end. Being a realtor is more than just a pretty post online. It's more than seeing a Louis Vuitton bag. It's more than driving a nice car. It's more than all of that, okay? So make sure that you have patience with yourself and the process, because it's not going to happen overnight, all right? Tip number 5, be confident with yourself. Be confident with yourself and be confident in how you speak, okay? When you are speaking to your leads, your clients, they can tell when you're confident, aggressive, or when you're not. And I hate to use the word aggressive, but most people look for an aggressive agent. And when I say aggressive, I'm not saying like, right? But someone who knows what they're talking about, who who will stand up, who will negotiate, and who are not afraid to speak up, right? So when you're having these conversations with your clients, you guys, make sure that you're confident with what you say. If you're not confident, the client or the lead will be able to point that out a mile away, all right? And they probably would never contact you again because they're going to feel like, okay, this person doesn't know what he or she is doing, or this person just didn't sound confident to me. Maybe I need a second opinion, right? And here's the thing. If it's something that you don't know, granted, you're a new realtor, you don't have to tell the world that, right? But if it's something that you don't know, be confident in the response and say, hey, you know what? That's a really great question. I'm not sure if I have the direct answer to that, but what I do want to do is just double check my resources and let me ask around really quickly, and then I can give you a phone call back in about an hour or two, and then we can pick up the conversation from there. Sounds good? And I'm pretty sure they're going to be like, oh my God, thank you so much. It's all about communication, okay? Tip number 6, identify, build, and create your brand now, right? And when you're doing this, you guys, don't overthink the process. I see so many realtors, especially the ones that I coach, get so caught up on the font, the color, the scheme, the photo. Don't overthink the process. Just get something together and put it out there, because I can guarantee you it's likely going to change. My logo has changed multiple times. My color scheme has changed multiple times. My brand identity has changed multiple times. It's okay. As your business continues to grow and elevate, you're going to continue to serve different people. You're going to want to show up in a different way. Just get started now and get it out there. It does not have to be perfect, okay? Tip number 7, don't take broker bonuses. Was I supposed to say that? Please don't take broker bonuses. I get it, especially in this market right about now. A lot of brokers are offering bonuses for agents to come and affiliate themselves with them, whether they're seasoned agents or new agents. Don't take broker bonuses, you guys. And I say that personally because you do not know what that fine print is. Make sure you read the fine print, see what type of contract you're going to be locked into. But not only that, if you want to have the freedom and ability to get up and switch your broker, you want to be able to do so without having a cover charge or outstanding balance over top of your head, okay? And then you'll be staying somewhere where you're really not healthy. Not healthy, but where you're really not happy, or even healthy for that point, okay? So make sure you guys are not taking any kind of broker bonuses. If you feel like you want to get something more from a broker, be sure to move that broker or go interview with other brokers. I always tell my agents, especially the new ones that I coach, is that you interview the broker. The broker typically doesn't interview you. You want to ask the broker certain questions to make sure this is the space for you. Once you get in there, if it doesn't work out, feel free to switch, because there are a lot of brokers who honestly will sell you dreams and tell you that they're off so many things. And by the time you get in there, you realize that you're not really getting at all what they offer. So make sure that you keep your integrity, okay? Tip number 8, learn this lending process inside and out. That's probably like one of my best tips for realtors, because I've spoken with so many realtors who don't know anything about the lending process, but realtors fail to believe that we are our clients 911. Now, you guys know I'm a prior police officer, so I kind of relate everything back into law enforcement, but we are our clients 911. So what that means is, in a state of emergency, when something happens, the client will reach out to us first, right? They're going to call us and say, oh my God, I just got this piece of paper from the title company and they're asking me what type of tenancies do I want, and I don't know what type of tenancy. It says Tennessee in entirety, Tennessee, da-da-da. They could have called the title company, right? But they have a relationship with you, so they're going to call you first. So with that being said, it's very important that you know the lending process inside and out, because when they call you once they're in underwriting, when they call you once they're in processing, if they call you because the lender asked them for something, you need to be able to reassure them if it's right, if it's wrong, if it's normal, if it's abnormal, okay? So know the lending process inside and out, all right? Tip number 9, embrace rejection and get real good and comfortable with no, okay? And that even comes down to family, you guys. I think it's very important for us as realtors to understand that, because we can get our feelings hurt very, very easily in this business, okay? Everybody that comes your way will not work with you. And that's okay, because some of these people you don't even want to be your client to begin with, okay? But be comfortable with no. If somebody tells you no, or if you see someone that was talking to you before and then you see them online purchasing a property with somebody else, please try your best to not take it personally. And it's going to also happen with your family member or friends. If there's any seasoned realtors here watching, I'm pretty sure they will tell you right now that they know a couple family members or friends who have purchased or sold properties without their assistance. It's unfortunate, but it happens. So I want to go ahead and give you that tip right now before you even get started or experience it, to try your best to get comfortable with it and try your best to not allow for it to take you down, okay? And my last tip number 10, practice your negotiation skills, you guys. Practice your negotiation skills. You want to be able to practice those negotiation skills, especially before you enter into any transactions, because you don't want to enter into too many transactions talking too much and offering up too much information where you are now putting your client at jeopardy of getting or securing a property that they desire or selling a property that they have. Okay, so make sure that you're practicing your negotiation skills. Read books on negotiation. There's a good book called Never Split the Difference. Make sure you do some role playing and things of that nature. I hope this helped you guys. If you want to know more real estate tips, feel free to follow me on Instagram at I am the agent coach. My website is www.altheahearst.com. I do have coaching programs. I do have e-courses. I also have e-books available to you. All my links will be below in this video. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, want some feedback, whatever, be sure to put it down here and I'll be there to help assist you. I'll see you guys on the next video.